Hello, reporting from Schneider Electric's event. It's always a privilege being part of Schneider Electric's events and understanding about data centers and how it's revolutionizing the world, plus the AI and sustainability angle to it. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, good energy here. Our first speaker, super energetic. But the listeners also have to be energetic, no? Last time. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's go with it. I know it's at the end of the day, we had a long working day, same here. But I am Zarnaz Wali, your host for the evening, and I welcome you all in this event of inspiration and innovation. We are thrilled to have you join us for Schneider Electric's flagship event, Data Center Evolution. Adapting to a changing world, together we delved into the future of data centers and explore groundbreaking solutions for a digital age. To officially open tonight's event, it is my honor to introduce our esteemed host and partner, the CEO of Manshaw Brothers, Mr. Abbas Loan. Mr. Loan, the stage is yours. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum sabko. Thank you everyone for coming over here, especially the media, and then the team from Saudi Arabia that we have, Mr. Ahmed and Mr. Rabi, with Mr. Ehsan and Mr. Humayun. Thank you very much. And especially last but not the least, Mr. Daniel. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपको ये इवेंट सारा पोस्ट करने का हमारे साथ. I'll just give a little brief on Manshaw Brothers. वैसे तो सारे लोग जानते हैं हम लोगों को, but just I've kept it very short and small, 4 slides only, because I know there's a lot of slides to go on today. Just a little brief कि हम कब शुरू हुए थे. Manshaw Brothers started in 1989. So this is our 35th year of being part of doing business in Pakistan. We started off with 4 people. Now we have a team of 270 people all across Pakistan. So that is a big jump for us. Just a little brief कि Manshaw Brothers कब शुरू हुआ था 1989. वापस से बता देता हूँ. 35 years हो गए हम लोगों को काम करते हुए. We started off with 4 people in a small space in Lahore. Now we have offices in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, Faisalabad, Quetta, and we give services all across Pakistan, whether it be in Gilgit, Skardu, Sakkar, or anywhere else all across Pakistan. Just a little timeline of the company, where we started off from. 1989 is a small pixelated image though, from a shop in Lahore. And we started off with Panasonic, and then we've added different brands and different companies onto our portfolio. So APC was added in 2015, and it's been a remarkable journey as soon as we started off with that. पहले तो Manshaw Brothers हमेशा से we've been working with B2C, but with Schneider and APC we have a commitment and we have an agreement where we are the distributors, and we're not supposed to be selling directly to the end users. So it's more to B2B, where we connect with distributors, resellers, system integrators, and we support them to achieve their targets. Just a little brief on the distribution network that we have all across Pakistan. What sectors do we deal in? We deal in power, as with APC. Then we do communication, infrastructure cabling, and we do surveillance solutions, audio video conferencing systems, home automation, and then a little bit of IT equipment as well. The few of the brands that we work with started off with Panasonic in 1991, and now we have almost 9 brands that we work with in Pakistan. Just few of the customers. We have more than 15,000 customers database. So do you want to showcase everyone over here? But still, thoda sa dikha de. I've kept it really short. I think we have a long list of presenters today. So I'll let the next one come up. Thank you very much. Bahut shukriya.
Thanks so much, Mr. Lone. 35 years, 40 distributors network, and a lot of clients. Good numbers to start with. So with that, we are going to do a small something. Just to start with high energy, I'm going to tap on the mic, and with one tap, you have to give one clap. And with 2 taps, 2 taps. And that goes on. Are you ready? No? It's okay. Still you can try. Alright. No, it's not insane. I know you are least bothered about it, but we need to have some energy, right? One clap. With that high energy, ladies and gentlemen, now we set the stage for the evening and introduce the powerhouse behind this event, Schneider Electric. We welcome Mr. S.M. Qamar, APC Country Lead for Pakistan and Afghanistan. Mr. Qamar, over to you. Round of applause, please. Better than the last round.
Thank you, Farah, for the warm introduction. And it's always a pleasure to have you over here on stage. You've kept the energy high in our last sessions as well. I'll give a brief background about myself and then, get to share some insights of the industry that we're seeing, the energy landscape that we have, both globally and in the context of Pakistan. My name is S.M. Qamar. I lead 2 business units for Schneider Electric in Pakistan. I've been with Schneider for about 3 years now. And I've had the honor and privilege of working with blue chip companies like Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, and Cisco over the past more than 2 decades now. So without further ado, I think while I was thinking of what to talk to the audience in this event, I reflected back on how we started the year. And my colleague Daniel asked me, had you prepared your slide deck? And I told him, we just used the same one that we used in January. So we had a similar event in January. And I thought that maybe I can just recycle the slides. But then it occurred to me, between January 2024 and December, a lot has happened in our worlds. You've seen power shifts in not just our own country, but across the globe. We've seen incredible phenomena of climate change that we've witnessed in our own country and around the globe as well. And then I started thinking about all of those. And in the context of, what we are to discuss over here, I think this statement is something which we should start with, that the moment is now for a partnership on sustainability and efficiency. There are a few megatrends that I'd like to put in front of all of you to get you thinking about what we need to do when we look at the future, when we think of how we want to plan our future, what sort of, and environments do we want to leave our kids with. And there are about 5 mega trends which are happening right now. The first of them, I don't need to, tell everybody too much about it, because the AQI numbers that we've seen in the last 1 month gone up through the roof. It was hard to breathe in Lahore, where I come from. But climate change is real. It's in our face. Yes. So we cannot turn our face away from it. Even if we turn our face away from it, we'll still be breathing the same air, which is absolutely polluted right now. 3.6 billion people live in areas which are highly susceptible to climate change. We've seen massive floods. I already mentioned the air quality that we have in our country right now. We're seeing increase in temperatures. We've seen shifts in the seasons as well. I mean, in December in Lahore, we're still running our ACs in some place. I was in Karachi in a meeting the other day, actually yesterday, and there was an AC running in full while, which seems to be a bit, dicey. And this phenomena of climate change is recognized by everybody around the globe. In COP28 held in Dubai this year, about 133 countries came together and pledged to double down on energy, which means that they would want to increase their energy efficiency twice by 2030. More than 3,500 companies have committed to or validated net zero target through science-based technology initiatives. This is where our future depends on what we are going to do today. The second thing, interestingly, is the new global equilibrium. We've seen this shift of power between the West and the countries in countries like China, countries like India, which are emerging both economically and becoming a powerhouse of the world. What we have also seen is because earlier on, while we were seeing global economies being set up, economies are now decoupling as well. We've started hearing that the US is going to start manufacturing a lot of their goods in country. What is that going to do? They're going to reshore industries. They outsourced initially, 15 years back. They were thinking of market entry into emerging markets. They started moving a lot of their manufacturing from their own countries to low-cost, where they could find low-cost labor, and so on and so forth. But that is now started reversing. So this is going to have an impact on each and every country. Supply chains are also being disrupted. We saw in COVID a massive disruption in supply chains. What we're seeing right now is because energy is at the center of everything that organizations are doing globally, we want to optimize the supply chains from an energy perspective as well. We've had this, we are actually having this conversation at the global level, and also I think pretty soon we'll start having this conversation with our customers over here, because the customers over here in Pakistan, which is serving their end customers in US or Europe, will be subjected to the same environmental policies that they have over there. So scope 2, scope 3 emission reductions will then, we'll see the effect of those policies being implemented over there in the industries that are operating in Pakistan. The third thing, and this is a hot topic in Pakistan right now, digitization obviously is happening. Artificial intelligence, everybody is talking about it. It is real. We've seen the adoption of this at a pace unprecedented. Right? In 2 months, Gen AI had more than 100 million users. And it took 7 years for the World Wide Web to have those many users. So it is very rapid. But it also has a direct impact on the energy. Right? So there is 6 times more IoT devices in this decade that are going to come online. So what we're seeing is that a digital twin is also being created. There's energy in which a lot of data is being poured in. We've got the processes which are being automated. And then while we're doing this, the carbon footprint also has to reduce. So this is interesting. So there is a 4.2 times increase in AI power consumption growth. But the effect that has, that every ChatGPT query uses 10 times more power than a normal Google search. We've seen our kids adopting it, at a very, very rapid pace. All of this is at the end of the day going to impact how power is being consumed for IT. This keeps on skipping one slide. The fourth megatrend is energy transition. And I think with the launch of the new cars in Pakistan, BYD, GWM, which have come on board, we are going to a lot of bikes, e-bikes, which have been introduced in the market. We will see our motor industry moving more towards electric energy than anything else. And additionally, in the world right now, there's a population growth as well, which is going to affect us. So 2 billion people are going to be born in between now and 2050, and 1 billion population today does not have access to energy. So we need to have energy access for about 3 billion people. That's just the number of people that are going to come and start using this energy. The second thing is that efficiency is also becoming part of our daily lives. We are having efficient cars. We want to have more efficient homes. So there is a reasonable amount of efficiency in terms of the supply that we want, the demand that we have, and the supply is also being decarbonized. So we're seeing solar being implemented. How many people have solar in their house? I do. 30, 40, 50%. In our offices, most factories are moving towards it. Yes. So we are going to see an interesting mix of energy coming into our commercial lives as well. So this is the prosumers. And the last and the fifth major impact is the evolution of wealth, right? As I said earlier on, most of the wealth was in the West. US was the biggest economy. Right now, what we are seeing, especially from the region where some of our friends are coming from, Rabia and Ahmed, the Middle East is growing in terms of their wealth right now, right? India has grown tremendously over the past few years and is projected to grow at a very rapid pace in the next few years as well. So with all of this wealth accumulating or increase in wealth in this region, there is definitely going to be a demand which is going to be spurred for energy in this region as well. So in summary, these are the main 5 mega trends that we are seeing across the globe. Right. It is going to be more digital. It is going to be more electric. And at the end of the day, it has to be more sustainable for us to keep on living and extending the life of this earth beyond what it is right now. Schneider's purpose is to create an impact by empowering all to make the most of our energy and resources, bridging the progress and sustainability for all. At Schneider, we call this Life is On. Our mission is to be the trusted partner in sustainability and efficiency. Here's a brief about what Schneider, the revenues that we do. We are, at the end of last year, we were about a $36 billion company. We've got 2 main business areas that we operate in: energy management and industrial automation. And we are one of the few organizations in the world which is equally dispersed equally amongst all geographies in the world. In the world, industry uses 1/3 of the energy. About 1/3 of it is being used by buildings, and about 23-25% is being used in the automotive industry, which means that the rail networks, the cars, they're all using this. In the context of energy dynamics in Pakistan, and anyone take a guess on how this chart, if you were to do a survey in Pakistan, would look like in Pakistan? So any guesses on how much of energy is being used in industry out of the 100% energy that is produced? Any guesses? 15, 20, 30%? It's less than 30%. What about buildings? In buildings, we'll also look at our houses. So 40%. Okay, you're pretty close actually. I'll not move to the other slide. What else is energy being used in Pakistan? Given that we are an agrarian economy, agriculture is the other thing. But I'll move to, as soon as this thing changes, in the context of energy dynamics in Pakistan, here's what it looks like. We've got more than half of the energy being produced in Pakistan is being used in buildings and in houses. And they're not generating any revenue though, unless you're a freelancer. 26%, less than 30%, you were absolutely right, is in industry. And then we've got a small portion in agriculture. The way that we are progressing I'm pretty sure that we will see a change in all of this, because we have e-bikes coming in which have been massively launched, at least in Punjab. I haven't seen those many in Karachi right now, but Lahore, on the roads, we're seeing quite a lot of them. With a better focus on large-scale farming, we see that phenomena of more energy being consumed in that agriculture sector as well. Here's how our energy landscape looks like. What we can produce is about 41 gigawatt. What the capability is about 30 gigawatts, right? So install capacity, generation capacity, and RP demand is at 28%. So we have ample amount of energy capacity to build and to distribute it. It's very important on how we are going to utilize that as well. Because while we still have not digitized ourselves and energized ourselves, the different industries have not yet been energized, this will peak out pretty soon. So we need to ensure that the way that we are consuming energy has to be efficient, right? This is the same energy. And the energy mix in Pakistan is also pretty interesting, because fossil fuels are the biggest contributor to our energy mix, right? If you look at what the world is going to demand from countries like us, especially the customers of our industries over here, they're going to push down on this. They're going to push them towards energy efficiency and also greener energy. So we have already seen a lot of industries moving towards solar, towards winds. We are having these conversations almost at a weekly basis with multiple customers. So we will see a bit of a shift in this energy mix as well. And I hope it happens sooner rather than later, because the cost of energy, because we are heavily dependent on fossil fuels, keeps on going up. Talking about cost, what is going to happen to our energy bills as we move forward? If we maintain this, we've got the energy bills. Now this is, mind you, this was made 12 months ago. So between January and now, any guesses on how much has energy costs increased in percentage? I'd say at least about 15%, 15 to 20%. And I don't see it coming down until we look at alternatives. And that's why we've seen such a massive growth in solar as well. So we've got an interesting equation in Pakistan. We've got these rising energy costs, and we also have a very rapidly increasing carbon footprints. We cannot deny, given that in the last 1 month, the way that we've seen smog and AQI indexes going up, the amount of carbon footprint that we have. And this is an equation that needs to be addressed immediately for us as a nation. So I would like to end by saying that the moment is now, and as Simon Sinek says, you need to start with the why. The why is very clear. A, it is expensive, and B, it has a massive impact in our climate. And down the road, it is going to have a massive impact on our economy, because the world is going to demand from our industry to be more green and more efficient. So I would like to invite you all to partner with us to plan your journey for sustainability and efficiency. With that, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you find the rest of the evening more informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. S. and Qamar, always very articulate and to the point. And the takeaway is that the moment is now, partnership for a sustainable and efficient world. Ladies and gentlemen, now we delve deeper into the technological marvels redefining data centers. Guiding us through Schneider Electric's latest advancements is none other than Mr. Ravi Al-Shamid, Senior Data Center Solution Architect for the Middle East and Africa. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Just I need to thank all Schneider team in Pakistan. I think Mayan, Hassan, Daniel, Talal was welcoming us in Pakistan. We arrived yesterday, but we didn't sleep. We go everywhere. But thank you for them. I need to introduce myself. I am Rabi Ajmail. This actually correct. I am part of Regional Application Center for Middle East and Africa. I started Schneider in 2007 in France. I moved to Dubai in 2022. I started Schneider on the complex project with different fields. I started in solar, wind turbine, data center, oil and gas. I had little bit overview for full portfolio of Schneider. Now I think we need to talk data centers. I start to work in the business data center since 2018. My experience on the ground, my experience as a complex project allow me now to work with our customer with different phases, starting from prescription till the execution, site acceptance. Now I need to highlight here our agenda for today. We need to go with a Schneider portfolio. I don't know if everybody aware about our huge portfolio. We will go like a safari. We will see lot of equipment, lot of technology inside this portfolio. On the first, I don't know, I will go there. No, it's okay. Also, what is the approach of innovation in Schneider Electric? How we treat the innovation? Second, what is the approach? What is trend now in hyperscale data center? We will give you overview on that and how Schneider will treat the hyperscale data center. And then AI rack impact on electrical distribution. Because when we talk AI, we talk only liquid cooling. Now, nobody talk about electrical distribution. We will see together tonight how we can about. We have three key priorities to drive our foundation of innovation. We have embedded, smart connectivity driven from science, technology, and need, fueled by market, client, and domain expertise. And also, our innovation is driven end-to-end sustainability, design, manufacturing, supply, and chain use end of life. We have four fundamental pillars of innovation. We have sustainability, efficiency, resilient, adapted. The outcome for the sustainability meets the business need, responsibility without compromising the future. Efficiency, optimize cost, speed, space, and capital to increase return of investment. Resilient, reduce vulnerability to unplanned downtime, and future-proof design to accommodate new technology. Now, I need to make exercise with you. If we have a data center, we have an idea and a customer need to build a data center, huge of parameter will come on their mind. Which tier certification you need, which lead certification, which it's prefab or concrete. We have many parameters to treat it cooling. It will be air cooling or liquid cooling. We have many parameters on the data center. And here Schneider can support you on this activity from day zero. Before they start with you, if it is in business case, Schneider here to support you to define a solution. In fact, Schneider can support you in three axes. First axis on the component, starting from zero. If you need any component from Schneider, you know we can support you on component. Additional of that, we can support you on subsystem. What means subsystem? The subsystem, it means data hall. If you have a data hall, we can provide you a solution for the data hall. Complete solution. For the electrical passes, for MV, each subsystem Schneider can support you. And also, Schneider can support on entire project data center, hyperscale, or for co-location or other. And also in Schneider, it's not only we deliver resources, we have many tools to support you. For example, we have tools and reference design. Reference design. Our experience, it's not new in the data center. Since more than 15 years experience in data center. And we are working with our global team. Yes, please.
No, I do say, have you done any project in Pakistan with the data center, or do you planning to do the projects do Panic Vision?
Yes, I am. This question, I think Schneider local can ask better than me. But today I am here not only for the event. We are starting to work with our customer. We have some customer, hyperscale data center. We are working together to really define their needed and. Any other question? Oh. Okay. And also Schneider can support on servers for the life cycle. They can support on the servers for the capex, commissioning and startup, and also in the maintenance and SLA. So and Schneider in their offer, they brought the innovation offer. And also we have big portfolio in terms of digitalization. We have DCIM, we have BMS, we have EBMS, we have a huge portfolio in terms of monitoring system. And also Schneider can propose you for fast deployment, a prefabricated solution in terms of data hall, power module, e-houses, full portfolio in term. What I need to see here, Schneider is not only equipment. Schneider can work with you as a solution. Solution for data halls, solution for e-houses. It's customized solution. We are here to help you and to guide you from day one. Yes, here, for example, we start with you assess where I am now as a customer. We can sit with him. If he have an idea, we can start with him, assist if he can able to do. Plan what are my best option for the customer. Second, we start to propose for him a deal. Second, we build with them. We have an ecosystem with the main contractor and Schneider. We can build, and some consultant. We can build an ecosystem to support the end user. And after that, how to operate our data center with our service team. Our target is lower cost, faster speed to market, higher performance, availability, scalability, efficiency. This is our main target when we start the cycle with you. Also here, you can see, we can start a CapEx cycle, design and build with you. After that, we can support you on the operate and maintain. We can work on the domain level, on the small SLD and small D houses. We can work on the full site, and we can work on the global level. We have a life cycle ecosystem design, build, operate and maintain. And we have full portfolio to support you from the grid till the server not included, till the PDU. And also we can proposing a prefabricated solution and different software to monitor your system. Here I need to show this, maybe will summarize a portfolio of Schneider. We're starting from MV switchgear to transformer to LV to UPSs to PDU to busway, all accessories, cooling, all the portfolio. We can support you in terms of data center. Also in control access, CCTV, and also in terms of software as IT sustainability management, IT expert, building management, and power and energy management. Any question in the slide? Yes.
I have two questions related to indoor cooling system. What equipment do you offer the air conditioning equipment by Schneider, or you are collaborating with some other brands which you are offering as a solution in your product? The second is what is the most appropriate temperature for the data center from your perspective? Because what my understanding is you normally require consistent non-condensing temperature. But there is a myth about the data centers which we always ask, client always ask, we need 21 degrees centigrade or 20 degrees centigrade, which is very difficult and expensive to maintain in the hot and humid climate like you have in Pakistan?
Yes. In fact, you are right. In fact, and it's a good question, because now this temperature, it was 4 years before. When it's now the hyperscale data center, I will not talk about the supply air. I talk more about water temperature of the chiller. 5 years before or 4 years before, we worked on 10 to 16 degrees. Now all the hyperscale data center working from 20 to 28 degrees water temperature. Means inside your data hall, the air supply, it will be 24 degrees.
Yes, thank you very much. It's very informative. But the second thing is about the humidity. What's the acceptable humidity limit for the data center? Because when you talk about the high temperature water for the cooling, definitely you end up with a higher humidities in the area.
Yes.
But for controlling the humidity within the band, let's say 50% or 55%, you need a lower temperature of the water.
I need to refer here in uptime. Uptime, they allow the humidity between 40% to 60%. You can manage between this range. And our equipment on the, they can have built-in humidifier and dehumidifier, or we can have external humidifier and but when you design your data center, should be considered this range of the humidity.
Thank you. The last question is about the cooling. Do you provide the air conditioning system or the humidifiers with the Schneider name, or you have some brand partners with you?
Cooling? Yes, it's Schneider ruler. Yes. Schneider by Uniflare by Schneider. But Schneider, you will have a look of now. Any other question? No. Here, as you see in the slide, we are everywhere. We are on worldwide. Schneider, we have around 7,000 professional field service engineers. We are 6 hubs connected worldwide, and we have around 5,500 partners worldwide. Here also, I need to highlight some innovation going on in Schneider. For example, advanced energy storage, or we can call it BASS if you, and also UPS designed it for sustainability with high efficiency. Also, we have a new product. Now it's not new, but we launched it, and only Schneider launched this product. We don't use SF6 in the MV switchgear. That's free gases. This, it will be sustainable because SF6, it will have some impact on the system. Also, we are working for the high temperature chilled water solution, and already in 1 month we will launch our CDU, liquid cooling, and interaction with the grid is term of software. Now I need to go with our portfolio. Starting, I will take the example of data center, starting from the grid and go down till the server, what Schneider can be offered. Here Schneider, for example, in terms of MV switchgear, we are leader on the protection in this field. On the secondary substation, for example, you can find AIS, SM6 and GIS, RM6. In the primary substation, you can have MCSET, F400X. And also we have other range. I didn't include it in the slide, but if you need any additional information, we can. And all this switchgear is very important. Why Schneider have different range of switchgear? Because different network, they have different circuit current. And each switchgear can work on different range of short circuit current and voltage. Sometimes 33, sometimes 11, sometimes 30.8, but with the. And also we have trial transformer. This, in fact, also all this product what you see here, we are using in our data center. And for the block set, LV switchgear, we have our switchgear block set, which can go to 6,000 amps bus bar, and it's modular. And also we have prime set. Also, our strong point in the data center, our offer busway. We have a busway range. If you see the screen, we can start from transformer till MD, till LV switchgear, till the UPS, and arriving to the rack inside the data hall. We can provide you full solution as a busway to avoid have multiple cabling inside the data hall. It's very compact solution in terms of busway, and also we have tab off. You can install it and you can connect your PDU inside the data, inside the rack. Here we already installed more than 70,000 kilometers of busway worldwide. Now I need to talk. I think you are more our partner. You know our UPS. We have two types of UPS. We have Easy UPS and Galaxy UPS. Here we have UPS 3S. The range it will be from 10 to 40 kilowatts kVA. And also we have Easy UPS 3M. You can go from 60 to 80 to 200 kVA. Modular battery. And we have Easy UPS L. You can go to till 600 kVA. I think the name here, small, medium, large. It's 3S, 3M, 3L. And we have also Easy modular, where you can arrive to till 250 kVA. We have different feature for this UPS. The efficiency it can be 95.8. The kilowatt and kVA it will be PF equal 1. It can be equal at 30 degree. Modular design with power module. Paralleling can be go to 4 unit for capacity and redundancy. It's very compact in terms of footprint. As you know, in the data center, we are looking to have the most optimized footprint inside. And this product, it will be very compact for you. We can use for 4 UPS a common battery. And we can have also synchronized car inside the UPS for the 4 UPS to be synchronized. Okay. Now we have the Galaxy V series. We have also Galaxy small, medium, large, X large. Okay, we have the Galaxy VS. You can go from 10 to 100 kVA modular. And there is modular or traditional battery. It can be 3+1 unit in parallel. And we have eco conversion mode. I don't know if you are familiar with eco conversion mode to Schneider. Eco conversion mode, we can go to 99% efficiency. Galaxy BM, we can have 160 kilowatt to till 200 kVA. Power factor 0.9. Standalone with modular or traditional battery, we can go 4+1 redundancy in parallel. Eco conversion mode also. Galaxy VL, it's 200 to 500 kilowatt. Also, we can put 5+1 unit in parallel, means we can have 2.5 megawatt in parallel, +1 redundancy if you need it. And also we have our new product, GVXL, from 500 to 1250 kilowatt. It can be 4+1 unit in parallel. Here's the top 6 feature. Patent hybrid technology provide high reliability. In fact, in double conversion mode, we are in 97% efficiency. If we go to e-conversion mode, we can have 99% efficiency. It is very compact design. For example, for GVXL, for 1250, we have 1.2 meter by 1 meter. It's very compact design and it's very competitive product on the market. They have maximum availability. In fact, all the product it is modular inside. the GVX. You can any fault in any product, you take it out and you put a new product without any problem. It is compatible with lithium-ion battery, and it has different card for communication and to connect it to BMS and DCIM. Also, we have our lithium-ion cabinet. It is Galaxy V, still empty. Is this one? We have switchgear on the top, and we have SM and PS box. I think this slide will be better. This is lithium-ion cabinet. Here we have a layer for protection. After that, we have down seismic kit, and we have battery string internal fuse. Samsung, our module, it is Samsung. It's module Samsung, and we have SM&P box with rack BMS and system BMS, and also it's switchgear. If you see everything, it's modular. You can remove it anytime. And I need to say something, because when we say lithium ion, everybody is afraid. Explosion, we have a lot of bad experience with the lithium ion, but not in Schneider. In Schneider, since we deliver the lithium ion cabinet, we have zero accident. Because why I am saying that and why we don't have accident? Because we have 3 levels of security inside this cabinet. We have security protection and level of the cell inside the battery. After that, we have security in the level of the battery and security in the level of the cabinet. And all this level of security is monitored by BMS and SM. And also here, we have multiple products for net shelter. We have net shelter and easy. The rack, we have SX rack, CX, wall mounted, open frame, seismic, and we can have a customized product. If your customer now needs specific rack, we can customize for them, no issue. And also we have a rack power distribution. If you see, we have basic. When I said basic, it is without any communication. You have multiple socket. After that, this multiple socket can be metered, switched, metered by outlet. Rack ATS, we can have an ATS inside the rackable, inside the rack. Some customers use it to have redundancy in the level of the rack. They use it for when you have a server or switch with a single input. And we can customize your PDU as you need. And we have different accessories. We have network connectivity, airflow management, cable management inside your data hall, and mounting hardware and rack component. And also we have some product regarding the server access, switches, and LCD monitoring for your data center for DCIM. LCD monitoring for DCIM inside your data hall. And also we have management. We manage the air inside the data hall. We have hot air containment and cold air containment inside the data hall. We can offer all this proof product for this application: cold containment, air containment, and rack containment. This is the typical pod inside the data hall with hot air containment, rack, and PDU. And also we can offer for you, because in the data center we have 2 passes. We can offer different color in order to facilitate for the operator tour. Also, I need to highlight in terms of cooling. We have large portfolio for the cooling Schneider product. We have precision cooling for medium and large cooling, CRA unit or CRA unit. We have frontal discharge for the hyperscale. We have like a fan wall cooling, and we have small one for telco cooling. Also, we have in-row rack cooling, chilled water, and direct expansion. We have both. If you have your system on chilled water for other equipment, we can connect it to the system, or you can have dedicated DX unit for this cooling. Sorry? Yes, we can have double coils. One coils for the EX, one coils for the redundancy. Some customer requests. No. Micro DC, and we have air distribution. And also in terms of liquid cooling, we have liquid to air CDU, heat rejection unit, liquid to liquid distribution unit and distribution. And also we have big range of the chiller. Our chiller, it can be selected as per your design, your requirement, your outdoor temperature. We are Schneider here to support you and to make you a selection for your product meeting your requirement. We have air-cooled chiller, free cooling, and I think in Pakistan, free cooling, it will be a great option because we saw in Ashray, we have temperature 5 or -5 in some region. It will work as free cooling. Free cooler, compressor assisted, water cooled chiller, and dry cooler, adiabatic cooler and condenser. Here we split our portfolio for different application. We have local edge, regional edge, and centralized. For local edge, normally you will not need more than 70 kilowatt inside the data hall. Here we have small room cooling, direct expansion or chilled water, it's up to you. We have room cooling, in-row cooling, and split unit also. For regional edge, we have mid and large room cooling, chilled water. This is in-row, can be from 30 to 170 kilowatt. Also, it depends your requirement. We can select our product accordingly. And also we have room cooling, direct expansion from 50 to 150 kilowatt. And mid-large room cooling from 30 to 200 kilowatt. This is also a new product. And we have in-row cooling can reach only 70 kilowatt. But 70 kilowatts have some condition to meet this 70 kilowatt. Centralized solution, we have here for hyperscale data center. Normally we need more capacity, more distribution inside. We have large chilled water under floor. In fact, if you have raised floor, we can make the discharge of air under raised floor, and we can put near to each equipment a perforated tile to have the cooling. We use the racer as a duct. And also we have large front floor chilled water. Here when we have hyperscale data center, we have 4 meter height. We can make front discharge and return from the top. Also on the large, we have a fan wall unit. This fan wall unit, we have two options. It is front discharge as a wall, and it can be top return or back return. A lot of customers in hyperscale, they make corridor and containment to have a rear access. I think here we already explain just one of the simulation how it's worked normally the fan wall. If you see here, we have really a wall with this fan wall, and we have containment. We have containment for planium for the return air and will discharge on the front. Any question on this? And also our chiller have multiple options. As I told you, chiller have need to select it as per outdoor condition, as per water temperature and the capacity according. Our compressor have different mode. It can be our chiller have built-in pump. This pump can be sized, can be customized as you're needed on site. Why I am saying that? The normal architecture and the cooling, you have primary pump and secondary pump. And now we are able to avoid secondary pump and to size a big primary pump to have all the load, to managing all the load. We are open. And we can have a VSD or this pump built-in. We have different type of refrigerant. We have 134A, 134A refrigerant, and ZE and YF. ZE and YF, it is sustainable gas used for the chiller. In terms of power supply, we can have single power supply or double power supply. The chiller will be built-in ATS. Protection, we can have a code. Okay, this is also Schneider can help you on the CFD. We have our tools to simulate a CFD from early stage. You don't need to wait for execution to have if your selection is your selection inside the data hole is efficient. I need to go quickly because I still have 10 minutes. In terms of monitoring, in hyperscale data center, we have solution for that. We have DCIM for data holes. This one will manage only data holes for the hyperscale. For the small application, it can manage all, but here we are talking about to manage data hole, because the person who managing the data hole load, it's not the same who's managing the infrastructure LV and MV. That's why in hyperscale data center you need DCIM, EPMS and BMS to have one solution for hyperscale. This is how our Schneider approach in ecosystem. We have first layer connective product, second layer experts, software expert, and after that we have assistant advisor level. This is no okay. Now I need to talk in two topics: how we approach hyperscale data center and what is the trend in the data center. The data center now, if you know, before it was all the data center 2N. If you have 1 mega, it's good to you will install 2 mega. Now if you have 4 mega, should install 8 mega. How to optimize? We can go in something called distributed redundancy. For example, for 4 mega, I can make 4 plus 1. With 5 mega, I can manage redundancy and tier certification without installing 8 mega. Here, one of the architecture, for example, 4 to make 3.
Yes.
Here, I'm here.
Yes.
Thanks for the fantastic presentation and we right now. But the earlier slides you mentioned that the impact of data center on the electrical distribution. Okay, so can you give some information about that?
The impact of AI?
Impact of data center on the electrical distribution network.
I know. What I mentioned, impact of AI on the data center network.
Okay.
It will
That
come.
was like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing is that how this data center will handle the power quality issues in Pakistan, like low voltages and dips in the power supplies. So how they will be more successful when you are dealing in Pakistan? These data centers is cooling mechanism or cooling system. So how they will deal with the power quality issues that are being faced in Pakistan?
Okay.
And the power quality issues, in fact, all this quality issues, it will be detected on the NV level protection. If you have any frequency variation, it will be tripped on the MV. And the main sources for all data center, it is the generator, not the utility. For the uptime perspective, they don't consider the utility.
I mean, if there is a low voltage, the case of low voltage, the case of voltage dips, fluctuation, so your data center will be able to.
Low, as I told you, in terms of low voltage on MV, because in MV, it will be detected in the MV if is low the protection. And after that, we will start the generator. And all the people think the UPS is only for backup. Yes, The UPS is for the quality, to protect your IT solution, the IT equipment.
So it will make sure that the power quality is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and also our EPMS, Expert Power Management System, here it will give you full visibility of your network, where you have issue. And also if you are referring to harmonic, harmonic, yes, we can install harmonic filter. It is under our portfolio also. It's dependent on the installation.
How much these data centers are generating of 10%, 15%, or what is that TDH?
Normally, more than less than 3%.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, this is all specifications that is. Thank you. Welcome. Here we have 4 passes, and for example, in 4 passes we can make 4 megawatt full redundancy. For 6 megawatt we can make 6 passes. If I need to have more megawatt, we can go more additional. In Schneider, we are working, for example, if you see, we have the same passes, MDB, you have transformer generator, MDB, ATS, IT UPS, mechanical UPS, you have UDP and mechanical UDP. For Schneider, we worked on the solution for this. It can be prefabricated power module from our factory, can be sealed, or can be free issue equipment on site for electrical. This is one of the solution. For example, this power module will contain MDB, UPS, battery, and cooling. Also, we can have seed. If you have like that here, you need to install many passes. You can install it in this, and you can save the cooling if you make cooling only for one row. AI. How now we need to talk about AI impact on the electrical distribution. In the AI, we have 2 type of AI. We have training AI. It is ChatGPT. That he will not think, he will collect information and will give you. And second thing, we have inference. Inference here, he will predict. He is more intelligent here because we are adding as not the GPU and CPU. Here they need more power, more this. Just here, sorry, it's very technical, but just to allow you, till now, all the distribution in the rack, it's 2N. We have pass A, pass B, and the normal rack. And in terms of OCP, Open Compute Project, where before it is AI, but it was limited to 7 kilowatt, they have in the same rack integrate battery, supply, and fans in the same rack. Here and now we are talking about 100, 200, because all they remove this equipment, battery, supply, and fans from the rack, and they dedicate it only for GPU and the server. Here also, this is kind of OCP. Okay. Now, how it, in fact, till now in hyperscale data center, we have 10 kilowatt rack. Means if I need to make 100 kilowatt, it is 100 kilowatt. 10 rack, it is around 6 meters. Now I am centralizing on small 100 kilowatt, 100. So I need to put 10, it will be 1 mega and 1 roof. It will impact, I reduce the distance, means I have big impact on the short circuit current. I am bringing high power on the level of the rack. And normally on the rack, you need 10 kiloamps. Here we having 45 kiloamps on the MDB. I will be around 35 kiloamps. It will be big issue. We work on the cascade. Many solution, it's under investigation with a web giant client like Facebook, like Meta. Some of the solution, for example, to shift 410 VAC to 480 or 600 VAC, increasing the voltage, reducing the current. Also another alternative, but nothing is freeze for the moment, 800 VDC. Some trend, it will be, maybe all the AI rack will be on DC. Here, and now if If you see here, in the first slide, we have two input. If I need to feed 100 kilowatt, I will have big amps. What? Big amps. And here, what they are trying to do, all the vendor and NVIDIA, to have 4 passes on the level of the rack. Means I will make a redundancy 3+1 on the level of the rack, not on the level of the row. Like this, I split 100 kilowatt to 25, 25, 25, 25. They reducing the power. This, for example, one of NVIDIA GPU server. You can install a GPU. This it's for you, rackable, and each power supply is 4,250 kilowatt. And this part, it is the liquid cooling. And here, if you see, you have each one, we have 2 input output for the liquid cooling. Here, one of the example of a data center of AI. What I show you, it is part of this. We will have main fault here to distribute the water, and in the back we will have the main fault. Now, when I said impacting, our customer WebGiant as a product vendor of electrical and leader on electrical distribution, they shared with us the load of the AI. The load of the AI is not stable. We have around 100 milliseconds. The load will have around 200%. This is our UPS rate. In 1 millisecond, we will have this peak. And after that, we have a few seconds in this level. And after that, we will have 100%. And when we will go down on 30% on the storage. The cycle, it happened 4 times in 1 minute. If I am not wrong. Yeah. This is one of the issues. We are not talking now on the standard UPS standard. The game is different. We have different solutions. We are working internally in different solutions. Yesterday, I received the report test for our UPS. It's compatible with this kind of load. We don't have issue as Schneider. Also, from our side as a UPS, I don't have issue. Now, we need to discuss with generator supplier and utility also. This is also challenge for that. Just here, I can give you a behavior of the UPS. The UPS from 0 to 100% normal operation, and till 150 it will be overloaded size. They using the battery, and also overloaded using battery. After that, they will go on the bypass. Finally, I need to tell you some reference we are working with them, with either state data center. Some of them in KSA, some of them on Europe. We have Microsoft, Orange, Amazon, Asna, Meta, also it's not mentioned here, but it's Meta. In terms of KSA, we have Center 3 before it's STC. We have Sadaya, NIC, MIS, and Lawiyat. Thank you for you. If you have any question, feel free. Or after the meeting, if you have any technical question, I am here to answer you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rabi, for those enlightening insights. The features that you discussed are so interesting did. Now, before going towards our second presentation, let's take a pause and chit-chat with people around us. Of course, there are current people around us. So, what we do is that we stand up from our chairs, stretch a little bit maybe, and then we'll share one random fact about ourselves with the other person from another chair, not on the same chair. On the same.
MashaAllah.
And we'll take a selfie. They're comfortable with, of course. So, let's get up. Yeah, this is the energy we require. Thank you. Stand up. Yeah, stretch. First say done. Now, share a very random fact.
Some push-up?
It's not a designation. Random is very personal. It's fun. It's for
Some push-up is
whatever
good.
comes to your mind, but it's about you. Go to another table. Out of comfort zone, if I may say. I don't see you on daily selfies.
When I come out, they will take selfie with me.
You want to take selfies with them?
They call me Mr. Selfie. When I go up, I will take selfie with. Sure, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so the first table is done. So we'll just ask them कि उन्होंने क्या सीखा दूसरी टेबल से.
Assalamualaikum to you. It is surprisingly very pleased to know that some industry leaders are here on my adjacent table, and I am glad to meet you after many years. Thank you.
Thank you for that. I hope it was interesting, and I hope the selfies are also equally amazing for you to share on LinkedIn or any other social media platform. So without further ado, next we have an intriguing section on prefabricated data center designs that leveraged AI applications. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ahmed Al-Roos, prefabricated data center sales manager for the Middle East and Africa. Mr. Al-Roos, the stage is yours. Round of applause, please.
So, assalamu alaikum. So, thank you for being here. My name is Ahmed Al-Roos. I'm coming from Lebanon. I'm currently resident in Dubai. I've been in Schneider less than Rabia a little bit. I am 14 years. Yes. So I've been in Schneider working from sales, technical, pre-sales, pricing. So this is not my first time to Pakistan. I've been the honor to be here in 2019 when I was in the pricing team as well. And currently I'm looking after the prefabricated data center, which is just the data center in the box. So we can just simplify the conversation and we can go for dinner afterwards. What no? We wanted to show you what Rabia capitalized on, what Rabia have been showing you from our full portfolio from Schneider. You have seen the portfolio is huge and it's not coming from void because the market is changing. The trend is from time to time is really evolving. So why we are saying that? Okay, because we see the trend. Everybody is talking about AI everywhere. So mean that the data is generated is becoming every day is duplicate. All of us carry. Halal has 2 phones in his pocket now. He's rich, but okay. So all of us, our family carry 1 phone, 2 phone, a tablet. So the data that we go to social media searching is bubbling every time, which means the source of the data, which is the data center, is also changing. Technology-wise, okay, electrification. All what Rabia have said is driven by electrification. And have you seen that also the electrification 4.0 and now that evolving around us. We spoke about the internet users and technology that we are driving from that one and the regulation behind it. So the trend that we are seeing now becoming that the data center or the IT is becoming more distributed, not more centralized in one location. So more and more those small to medium data centers are being located. Look at the retail store. Now we can go to a retail store, hopefully here and also other countries. From the face revelation, the customer knows what you are buying because you have searched on Instagram, you have searched on Facebook. So it's also giving you the data of what's happening. There is a small data center in that retail shop connected to the network and knows you by face and can tell you what's the things there. It's amazing how that trend is coming. Meaning that we are going to the edge. Edge means that the source, the data center is becoming near to the source of the data that's being generated. What that means? That means that put challenge on the customer or on us at some point to see how much can we scale to that speed of technology, how much we can bring the data center up to the speed of the applications we are bringing. So all of us here, between partners, customers, consultant, contractor, our aim is to develop this kind of a project or data center to meet the end user required. So he has an application tomorrow he wants to run after some due time. What data center can adapt to put the equipment there is the main challenge. How much speed I can deploy for that one. And the overall, as Ahsan was saying, is sustainability. It's a big word, yes, but everyone is talking about it. From top leaders up to us, because this is our world that we want to live and to keep for our children. So we need to develop solution is sustainable, is green, and help us to reduce the carbon emissions. And flexibility in the design, as you will see, between small data center up to hyperscaler, how the design can change and can adapt to customer need. So those are the 4 pillars that in Schneider Electric we focus on to deliver to a customer, either a prefab or only product-wise. So I'm not going to go into detail, but mainly the message is that it should be sustainable, it should be efficient. So the main message is that play as you need and then as you grow. And the component that inside what my colleagues mentioned, for example, in each component we are designing is an efficient solution from all the components inside of it. That the solution how it can be adaptive to customer, as we mentioned, and resilient. So software is key part of our solutions. So Schneider have invested a lot in softwares. To an extent, we are becoming almost like a software company with all the investment. Why? Because software help us to predict, to analyze, to operate this data center and other applications that we are part of. So what do we do here? So we are vendor, we are OEM, we are technology provider. But when it comes to data center, we start from design, build being the solution itself and integration, and operate and maintain. This is our message in the data center and home to the preview. It's a full cycle. We don't leave you alone. So when we talk about modular data center, we're talking about the components. So all what we have seen in the portfolio, we are talking about putting everything that the infrastructure is within an enclosure. It could be a module, it could be a container, a multi-module, integrated in the facility with the software and the testing. Mean that what the data center that we used to see is 70% to 80% is being done in the facility, and the remaining is the site work that the partner or the contractor will do on site. Means it's a parallel operation. So what does it mean? The speed of deployment that we set, imagine like hyperscaler that Rabia mentioned, in such way, it could be fully prefab or hybrid data center. It can be closed in 1 year. A megawatt data center can be in 1 year up and running. We said 1 year, they said yes, so 1 year it can be done and has been done in such a manner. Why? Because while the data center is being integrated in the factory, the site work is going on. So it works simultaneously. And as well, this helps us to reduce the delays. Why? All the components from power, cooling, racks, PDU, environmental monitoring, access control, fire alarm, firefighting, well, air detection system, name it, PDU are integrated in this box. Tested in the facility means what? Need testing. So imagine doing a SAT on site. This is going to be in the factory. You can witness that. Mean that when I'm delivering this data center, I know it's going to work because I have tested it and I've sealed it. If I have a comment, we can adjust and ship it to the country. So what's in the country being done is the site works that the partner will do. We will commission as Schneider Electric. This is the added value of Schneider as well. Our local services team help the partner to commission, which we call the startup services. So between those things, and also one thing is that we call it standardization. What standardization means is that in a scale of large project, and even small one, once you standardize the design, you can replicate in the future. Mean that if you're buying a power module 1 megawatt, and I have tomorrow plan to expand, I don't need to reinvent again the design. I just work together like what we have done with certain customer. They can just replicate and buy it accordingly. So we have saved time in engineering, saved time on the cost, and we fixed the design point. This is called standardization mode. So all of this pay as you need is an important point. So I don't have to get the data center to be, I don't know, 200 kilowatt if my day one is just 100 kilowatt. Why I waste capex? I can invest it in IT. I can plan my data center to grow. In a way, I'm paying only 100 kilowatt, but tomorrow I'm going to 200 kilowatt, as you will see. For our footprint globally in prefab business in Schneider, it's coming from acquisition that Schneider has done, I think 12 years ago, a company called AST Modular based in Barcelona. And from there, we expand globally our footprint. And what we have done recently, and if you're following our page on LinkedIn, we have recently announced a facility in UAE. Actually, it was already 2 years working, but now officially we have announced it. We call it part of localization strategy. So we are bringing the expertise and the knowledge from our facility in the US and in Spain in UAE. So now we are producing power modules and data center in Sharjah free zone, which help us a lot when it comes to serving the Middle East region. So imagine, yesterday we came by plane from Dubai. It's only 2 hours. The guys did good job and they have invited to a nice restaurant in the evening. What was the name for it? Qureshi. So I gained 2 kg. I'm sorry, I have to have a little bit. So for that, but imagine shipping a container data center from free zone Sharjah to Haraj. How many days? 3 days. So rather than shipping it all the way from Barcelona, and nowadays, you know, the geopolitical situation on the seaside, the cost of logistics, and as well the challenge that we save a lot of money by just putting the expertise here. So we are having a local facility that can host 3,000 square meter of space just for prefab, and we are producing our modules there. So whoever would like to visit us, you're most welcome to reach our team. We are having customer visiting that on a weekly basis. So, and we are also expanding there. So a couple of projects, what Rabia mentioned, we have produced it there from UAE to Saudi Arabia. Let's put it on that track, and by land is there. So this quite amount of our thing that we are getting also competitive for one important reason. You know, in Free Zone Jabal Ali, our main distribution center for our business unit is in Jabal Ali. So we are utilizing that also free zone to a free zone will help us to be also reducing the taxation and the cost of that one, and also integrating there is easier for us on the long term. So the message here that yes, you might be hearing that our social goods be expensive, but nowadays no, we are competing because we are now part of the region. We are near to you as well, and that part is what we have invested in Schneider in this prefab business. So quick ones, I'm not going to go into detail. I already covered it in my car. So expertise, we are coming from that region, putting it here in the one. Right sizing of the data center is very important. Supply chain. So I was just talking to one of our partners. Imagine like you are building, let's say 100 racks data center or 20 or 40, whatever. So you are shipping the racks from a certain country, the UPS, some others, cooling. So multiple supply chain. Here you are only having one from factory to the site in one ship, one box. Transportation, as we said, and remote monitoring, I will cover it as well, part of the inside and that one. So I'm going to skip those quick ones. I want to go to the point. We will going to share the presentation. Whoever who would like to have a deep dive, we are most welcome to share it. But this is the same message. I'm trying to visualize it here. So as you can see, from one factory to a location, monitoring is key. Why? Because while you could be sitting at home, for example, you can see what's going on in your data center. You don't have to, if you're something going to happen, you can already investigate before it goes. So it is intelligent to that level of remote from the PDU up to the level of the panel. Of course, recycling, you can say, why do I need to recycle the data center? At some point of 20 years going forward, all of us has been seeing this and becoming also gray area. At some point, you can see UPS 20 years old. At some point, khalas, it need to retire. So you need to recycle it. How can I recycle a data center? The enclosure is the steel enclosure. It's a container. I can rip it off, use the component and bring it up. So it's helping this kind of recycling. I was also, since that time, I remember we were just discussing this with Ahsan. Pakistan is very famous of refurbishing. Many things happening while you are having the skills, the knowledge to utilize your existing old machine and refurbish to use it. So so that's part of the recycling, and don't just throw it to the dump and having impact. So it's just an idea just to my mind. So what are the applications the prefab helps you to go through? Everywhere. So you can go with medical, education, military, telecom is big consuming of prefab, banking segment, industry, all what you are serving can be supported by prefab. Why? You are at some point a data center is consuming space in your building. This space is cost of money, right? So you can either use it as an office, or you can rent it, or make a project inside it. So you are taking it out, putting it in a parking lot for outside space. If that's available, this is part of the message, and utilize your own space and just putting it outside as you will see it. Giant Internet is using it big time. Why? Because it helped them to scale up, help them to be more, let's say, also adaptive to the future need, the sudden need of the AI. As we said, the rush of kilowatt becoming from 10 kilowatt to 100 in one rack. Imagine, have you imagined like a rack could be 200 kilowatt? Nobody have imagined that before. So to summarize it, it's part of the big data game, edge computing. So we have some solution that can fit in each small, like local edge, small UPSs that gaming at some point, micro data center, which is the all-in-one rack data center, and also to small to medium size as well. Any questions so far from the team? I hope I'm making it, we can have an interactive, and if I can ask question, please feel free to interrupt. So this slide, I like it, what Rabia mentioned, it's a turnkey solution. The only thing that we don't manufacture is Schneider are fire alarm, firefighting. But inside the data center that we supply, we have collaboration with firefighting vendors that we bring and integrate our solution. So that it's a turnkey, everything from Schneider means peace of mind. You're having the one vendor, the services team are aligned, you have a partner. You don't have to search for many vendors around it. Because at some point, some vendors will have a solution like that, but the power, they don't have it. You buy it from other ones. Same for cooling. So, no, we are having the full portfolio. And now recently, Schneider acquired a company called Motiver in the US, specialized just in liquid cooling. So now we are into the era of AI, and solution is ready to go there in the next stages. Of course, product, software, and services. This is what I mentioned: design, build, and operate. Software is a key player here. And Schneider, I think, and when we acquired Aviva, we paid big amount of money to acquire Aviva to make sure that the mega projects are well maintained and monitored by the software that Aviva is a big investment that Schneider made at that time. So the message flexible, fast, and predictable is what the prefab can help you to go through. So 4 messages: cost, faster time, simplified design, saving the space versus the traditional approach of the data center. So 3 kind of solutions. The power modules, like what Rabia mentioned, is a electrical room in a box. So imagine electrical room up to 2 megawatt can be now in 50 feet module, like 17 meter by 3.2 meter, 4 meter high, is just sitting outside if you are building or data center, including everything is inside. We'll go to it quickly. Or regionalized data center, mean like IT, power and cooling. We can start from 30 racks up to megawatt, 100 racks, or small all-in-one data center. So you have been hearing maybe in the market, you see between module, container. Just to clarify this statement, so container is, yes, the container of the shipping that you see, 20 feet, 40 ISO container. We are taking those containers, we are retreating it to become a data center. So we're isolating it inside to make it a data center. which help us to be more into those kind of small data centers that can be easily shipped on a truck. Doesn't have to be complicated. They can be stackable when you're shipping it in the seaside as well. Module is the steel frame that being enclosed with sandwich panel, which can be non-iZone, we call it. So it need to be, when it's shipped, it need low bed trailer. So, but can be help us to go scaling on the data center side. So as part of this all-in-one, meaning that all the data center component in one box, we have created an offer called Easy Prefab, Easy Modular. It's a pre-designed, pre-engineered, pre-configured solution. So part of our simplification, we want to make it easy to give you a prefab. You tell me, Ahmed, okay, I have a 10 racks, average 6 kilowatt per rack. I want a quotation now. We have made it in a SKU base. So you can call tomorrow Kalal or one of Ahsan's team or Daniel. He will go to the configurator and give you a price in the same time. Well, we have made it easy in a way. We make it 4 sizes, 20 feet, 40 feet, 45 feet, 25 feet. It is just like standard design. Why? We have made it in a way, what is the common use? Well, inside this box, we can go up to 100 kilowatt, 12 racks, level 3 redundancy. We don't name it tier 3 certified because at some point it is concurrently maintainable to tier 3 or level 2 redundancy, where certification costs money, but we are complying at some point with the redundancy requirement and +1 cooling and dual redundant the power. The idea here is becoming a SKU. It has the monitoring part of the solution, and this is what you will see inside. I will show you some video, then I will run it quickly just to give you a brief on it. So racks, cooling, busway, MIDI, metered, UPS, battery, fan, everything you will see of the data center except the IT equipment are not our scope, are inside this box. What does it need? It just need to be installed on a slab or a supporting point, connect the condensers by the piping, put the refrigerator, bring the power cable from outside, electrical pattern, and it's up and running. So it's simplified to that manner. It can be delivered in the factory within 14 weeks, ready to be shipped. And now we are working to make it as well shorter time. As you will see, what monitoring? So sensor level, UPS level, breaker level, it's all connected to the software. In your hand, you can monitor the data center and try to see the alarms, predicting that solution that you can see what's happening inside the data center remote. So, greetings from Karachi, Pakistan. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a wonderful event. Schneider Electric light is on. And Mancha Brothers as well. Thank you for arranging this event for us. Thank you.
As we approach the conclusion of our formal sessions, we have the privilege of hearing from a distinguished leader. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Humayun Aflaq, Schneider Electric's Country General Manager for Pakistan, to share his message. Round of applause, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. And my sincere gratitude to all the participants of this event, honorable customers, partners, consultants who took the time out of their busy schedule to be with us, to be with our colleagues, visiting colleagues. I'm very grateful to both my colleagues who've come from UAE to present not just a technology platform, but some of the practical experiences that we as a company, as a solution provider have gone through with some of our other customers. Honestly, I am more comfortable talking in Urdu, but for the benefit of my colleagues, as I would continue with English. I hope the audience would not mind that. With that, I'm also very grateful to Mancha Brothers team, especially Tahir Lom Saab, Abbas Saab, and their entire team, and our team as well from the Secure Power Business Division, for organizing this very informative, very knowledgeable event and making it more interactive and comfortable for all of us to come together and share our experiences, ask questions, and talk about the technological transformation that is happening in this domain. So, Tahir Saab, again, as always, very grateful to you. And I think Abbas, I will just comment. I saw the stats in terms of the number of customers and the city coverage that you showed. And honestly, you know, when I looked at it, I am sure that it had a lot more depth into it, and a lot of blood and sweat has gone into from both your father and yourself and your team in building that ecosystem. And it does not come easy. Trust me, 30 years is not it's a lifetime. And in my opinion, and I'm sure many of you in this room would agree, that for me, having worked in Pakistan, having lived in Pakistan, the true success of a business is that when it exchanges hands from one generation to the other. And this is exactly what has happened in Mansha Brothers' case, where Tahir Saab, with his vision, started something 30 years back and now has successfully passed on the baton to his very capable son and the team who's going to take it to the next level, inshallah. And that is really the true success of a business and a brand. And a brand comes, or a brand is called a brand when it comes with consistency, it comes with quality, it comes with services, and it comes with a promise. And I am happy to say that, you know, Schneider Electric is associated with a brand like Mansha Brothers to bring you the best of breed technologies, the platforms, the solutions at your doorstep, along with the service. And literally, when I say doorstep, I am talking about some of the most remote parts of the country where Lone Saab has now established operations and are serving many of our customers. When Rabi was walking up on the stage, my other colleague Ahmed told me that, you know, this is his first time presenting on the stage in front of an audience. And then I thought to myself that, oh God, you have really put it in the lion's den, because this audience is not only knowledgeable but also very experienced and represents some very honorable organization, reputable organization, and well-established organization in this country. So I hope they'll spare Rabi, you know, but well done, Rabi. You did really well. You took some difficult questions, and I hope you came up to the expectation. But I'm sure when we break up for dinner, you'll have more questions coming your way. So I did not come prepared with any presentation or any numbers, scary numbers, especially what my colleague Hassan shared with us. Usually at these events, you know, these guys do better job in presenting. So, and I won't take much of your time because I know I'm the last man standing between you and dinner. And I'm with you on that. So I just quickly conclude that, you know, as Schneider Electric, we are serving multiple segments in this market, and multiple customers in those segments, from utilities to industries to textiles to sugar to buildings to banking to telecoms. And many a times when we are internally, you know, I work with my colleagues in the office, my message to them is, and this is where, you know, partners like Mansha Brothers share the burden with us, that it's not just a job. What we do day in and day out, it's not just a job. It's a responsibility, because what we sell and what we cater to in terms of the demand with our customers in this market really goes into some of the most mission critical organizations and the most mission critical operations in those organizations, data center being one of them. As my colleague Talal very rightfully mentioned, Schneider Electric enjoys about 70% market share in the data center market in Pakistan, which comprises of installations in banking, in telecoms, in large corporates, in government, in defense sector. So you can well imagine, you know, what keeps, and this has happened to me, where at midnight I receive a call from the CEO of a bank that my data center has stopped working. Send your team right away. Because when the data center goes down, it really halts the operations of, and you can well imagine, you know, a bank or a stock exchange or a telecom operator, 1 minute or 5 minutes of downtime what kind of impact it would create on their operations. So similarly, we work with utility companies like K Electric. About 70% of the field installed base of MD switchgear and their substations comes from Schneider Electric. So how critical, and we all being the resident of Karachi, we know when the electricity goes out, what our sentiments are at that point. So this is how critical. And when I get a call from the head of distribution of K Electric that, I need your team to go to Landhi and address this problem at this substation, it's a big responsibility. And the same, goes on the industry side. When our customers who are highly export oriented, who are responsible for bringing some very valuable foreign exchange into the country, catering to the demands of customers in the US and Europe, and competing against all odds with the likes of Indian manufacturers and the Chinese and the Vietnamese and the Bangladesh, when they are at the verge of losing an order because their distribution transformer outside of their factory has malfunctioned, it is a big responsibility. In a matter of a day, they can lose easily about 10, 15, $20 million worth of business, and not to counter the bad repute that they will have with the likes of Zara and Neiman Marcus and Walmarts of the world. So it is a responsibility, and our partners share that responsibility with us, as Ahmed very rightfully said. And even in this space, we work with some very reputable, very credible contractors, system integrators, partners who have 30 years of experience in working with Schneider, in working with Schneider technology, and serving and catering to the customer base that we have in Pakistan. Now, before I conclude, I would also like to make it a point that many of these technologies that we spoke about, and this is just one side of Schneider, and many a times, as Ahmed mentioned, the breadth and the depth of the portfolio that Schneider has is a blessing, but is also a curse, because it can easily, there is so much that we have under our portfolio to offer to our customers, to our market, that many a times I get scared that if we lose our focus, then we can be headed in any direction which may not be very beneficial for our partners and for our customers. So we really have to stay focused. But many of these transformational platforms, technologies that my colleagues spoke about, they are actually being implemented in Pakistan as we speak. So a lot of the times, we living in the tail end of the world, we live under the impression that, this is a technology for the US, this is a technology for the rich countries like KSA and UAE, but that is not the case. We have hyperscale data centers that we have designed and built for our customers in Pakistan. As we speak, we are in the design phase of a containerized data center for one of our largest customers in the oil and gas segment. We have dry-type transformers that are being installed in this city, at the industry, and across the country as well. And I think somebody threw a number of busways, some 70,000 kilometers. I can, without any, confirmed numbers, but I can tell you maybe 200, 300 kilometers of that busways contribution is coming from Pakistan as well. Similarly, we are currently in the process of doing a study for 140 customers on the sustainability strategy of theirs. And this is part of a global contract where one of our global retail customers has employed us to carry out this study for 800 of their global suppliers. And I'm happy to say that out of those 800, 140 suppliers are in Pakistan. And we are now engaged with those customers to assess their carbon footprint, and then go to the next stage in terms of what they need to do to reduce this and to achieve their sustainability objectives. So the point I'm trying to make here is that Pakistan is right up there with the most developed countries of the world. And as somebody leading the Schneider operation, I'm happy to say that we do bring best of breed technologies to our customers. in Pakistan, no matter how difficult, how challenging it may be. But we never shy away from bringing the best of breed technology platforms to our customers. We bring the best knowledge, enablement, and the technical support that is required to make it a success story. So in the end, I would just say that I probably cannot guarantee a smooth sailing in the execution of any transformational project, because any transformational project does come with its own set of hidden challenges. But I can promise you that Schneider will finish the job to your satisfaction and to your expectation. So with that, thank you so much, and I look forward to further insight.
So I will take 2 further more minutes, and I would like to invite Mr. Rabi on the stage to receive his token of appreciation from Mr. Humayun Khak. Round of applause, please.
Ravi, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sir, yes.
Next, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ahmed Al-Rose and Mr. Tahir Lone, Director Bansha Brothers, to present the token of appreciation to Mr. Ahmed. Round of applause, please.
Sir.
Thank you so much everyone for attending the sessions with so much trust. Now you can go and have your dinner.
From my heart, you.
Thank you. Adapting to a changing world. And as Schneider Electric says, life is on.